watching The Why, and we're spending this half hour making sense of Medicare. And as enrollment season gets into full swing, we're getting bombarded with tons of information that can be confusing. Now, we sent you to break with this question. Which U.S. president was the first recipient of Medicare? Did you think about it? Well, the correct answer is B, Harry Truman and his wife, Bess Truman. That's according to the Social Security Administration. So the more you know, all right? But Medicare is a lot more complicated now than it was back in the 1940s. So here to help us understand the most important nuances of getting Medicare is Emily Gang. She's an independent Medicare coach with years of experience helping Americans make Medicare work for them. We need it. Emily, there are over 20 special enrollment periods for Medicare Parts B, C, and D. What are some of the most common mistakes people make while signing up for Medicare?
Yeah, great question. Thanks for having me. I think one of the most common mistakes that people make is making a decision based on the advertisements or on a sales pitch without really understanding which Medicare plan is best for them, for both their health needs, their finances, both now as well as in the future. So it's all about kind of getting caught up in the hype of things, not realizing what the real details are and what really matters at the end of the day.
And I have to bring up, we just spoke to one of our experts prior to this who mentioned maybe one of the ways we can simplify this is just by really regulating what they're saying in those commercials, because the marketing, to your point, is really confusing. What are the most important factors people need to consider when deciding between original Medicare or Medicare Advantage?
Yeah, great question. I think one of the biggest thing initially is the fact that these plans have pre-existing condition rules or really guarantee issuance rules. So while you can always join a Medicare Advantage plan, if you want to go back to original Medicare later on, Medigap plans can be hard to join in many states. So I think initially understand that the decision that you make when you first join Medicare can impact you for the rest of your life. Now, in picking out a program, which path to go down, things to consider are the doctors that you see and what Medicare they accept, the medications that you take, the total cost of the plan, and just the overall flexibility to have a plan that meets your overall lifestyle as well.
Okay, so well, my bottom line question here for you, and really, Medicare open enrollment, as we mentioned previously, is happening now until December 7th. How should people prepare before signing up? If you could give like 3 tips and tricks for this process.
Absolutely. So first off, review your plan no matter what. We're in the middle of our reviews right now, and I'd say for our clients on Part D drug plans, about 50% of the people are changing plans. I've seen people save anywhere from $100 to $5,000 I saw last night, and so there are big changes happening in this period of time, so don't miss it. Again, especially on medications. If you're on an Advantage plan, look to see what's changing as well. What are your out-of-pockets changing to? What are your copays? Are your doctors still accepting that plan? Get really clear on what those changes are for 2023, because this is the most important time to change it. And finally, as I kind of alluded to before, if you're switching from a Medigap plan into Medicare Advantage during this time period, please be careful, because it can be hard to undo that mistake. And so be informed of your decisions, do what's right and best for you, given, again, your health situation, your medications, all those good things to really have Medicare that fits you best. Medicare can be great if you know what to look for and you know exactly what to do.
Well, Emily Gang, the coach we needed to hear from, we appreciate you joining us on The Why and sharing your insight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.